and you can
not
see
only,
all of
I think Simone, because there's so many rooms, we're actually not really sure what we would use this one for when we walk through it, and so I don't know.
But it's a lovely space because of the windows and the design of them. So.
It is a lovely space, and I'll have a little think about that as we go around, but I think, formal dining, it's going to be really lovely, but it's just too big. So
so it was more
else.
sort of the table, table at this area here, and
some sort of couch, and maybe have your instruments and
something
a nice buffet, a big buffet there.
Could be, and sort of, I suppose the other thing, like we've got bookcases at home, lots of books and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've always loved the thought of having, an area where you can keep all your books.
Yeah, like a library come music area.
Yes.
I can see that happening for sure, definitely.
Yes,
Okay, so I've got that in my mind now. So with that in mind and that sort of colour carpet, what are you looking at for window dressings in here? What's your thoughts? And then I'll tell you what I can suggest. You don't have a suggestion?
No. I don't, sorry. I'm the one that'll go with, I can see dollar signs everywhere. And Priscilla will be the one, so we meet in the middle normally. So,
you don't have to worry, Rob, because I'm the master of making it look good on a budget. Okay.
I sit back and go, there's a lot of windows here.
Yeah, there is a lot of windows.
All of the curtains are not a great colour, but good curtains. And so I try to figure out how you can.
Oh, they are, and they're beautiful. I mean, everything's beautifully done.
Well, my question to you is this, okay? We can go blinds on their own, and if we do that, we'd have what we call a self-pelmet, so that they don't sit in the reveal and look a bit tacky. That we do them nicer with a pelmet. Okay, so blinds on their own is one option.
Yeah.
And there'd be sunscreen roller blinds. That's what I would suggest for you. The other option is that you go with a curtain again, but this time it would be a sheer all the way across and a block out layer behind. So they would operate two.
Yes.
Yeah, and
so the sheer would stay there, but you could pull the block out up and down to open up.
Well, there's two options. So the sheer would stay there. You could have a block out blind in the reveal that goes up and down behind it, or we do a sheer with a block out layer of curtain behind it. So
behind the sheer.
Yeah. So there's two ways of doing that. Okay. The other thing is too that you could just opt for a heavy curtain that has to be open to let the light in, or it has to be closed to stop the light. But that's a little bit sort of.
I think the only thing, like, I don't want it to be so open that from the road.
Exactly.
People can, so, because I do love opening things up and going, let the sun in, the light, whatever. So I probably, and I don't want to have nothing on the windows when I do that.
I actually meant to say that would be a heavy curtain with a blind behind in the reveal. Like we wouldn't leave your windows bare, but that would be the option. There's quite a few different
choices of
permutations of how you can do it, and it's sort of like I can tell you what I would like to see here, and then we can go from there.
Chris, you wouldn't think these curtains would ever close, would you?
Yeah, they do.
No, they can close, but would you ever close them?
Oh, well, for what reason,
Exactly, so, but what I'm saying, because
that
people can see in, but they'll only see into this room, won't they?
But you still want to be able to close them.
Close them.
You need either a blind or something to come down.
I don't, you're right, what you're saying is correct, but I still want that option if you wanted to close this off for any particular reason.
No, I don't
agree.
You can't have, it's facing the street, you can't not have something. But that's where the shears are really good, because you can have the sheer across the whole time and still see out and still let the light through. And they can be across the whole time. But the blind and the reveal is the thing that comes down and makes it dark, or or blocks out anyone looking in at all. So that's how we can work it that way. So we have to talk about that a bit later, but at least we know now the sort of thing that.
Yeah, because that's it. I mean, it's a lovely place to open up and let the sunlight in.
It is.
But I do want something that you could then close.
Yeah.
Because I do want to be sort of.
Just before we move out of this room, any issues here with lighting? Do you think it's old-fashioned? Anything else that you can think of?
The only thing I was thinking with the lighting is whether you could get something that maybe didn't hang down quite so much, only because to give the room, because the ceiling's not, I love these centerpieces are beautiful.
It wouldn't look right, Priscilla,
You'd have to have something
yeah,
like that.
something has, if you replace that, and I kind of think that I would, because I don't really like the look of that. I'm sorry to say, but yeah.
Something that was to go on that, because these centerpieces are beautiful.
I just find that just a little bit over the top, traditional and glitzy, and a little bit,
formal type.
Yeah, I think something with a little bit more understated elegance.
Yes, but not drawn to it as you.
Yeah, and a little less of this brass business. I want to play down the brass. I know there's brass doorknobs, and we can ignore that, but having too much of that brass everywhere is not a good thing. Yeah, it's a little bit tacky, kind of, to have all the brass fittings. Yeah, so I would be inclined to replace that light fitting, but it's not a huge priority. Yeah, but both of them would be the same, but it wouldn't be a huge priority. Something with possibly not 3 lights like that. So just a nice, elegant. Yeah, there's so many options, and just a little more demure and classy. Yeah. It's difficult.
Yeah, so something that would still hang down, but not.
Yeah, it wouldn't hang much lower than that. But yeah, just and a little bit more modern without being not in keeping with this design of house. Yeah. So.
And what colours were we talking here? Did we talk about the colours?
Yeah. Well,
so that sort of colour for the there, and what colours for the
neutrals?
Just neutrals.
Yeah, neutrals. I've got a piece of material in the car which is a sheer, sort of linen look sheer. Yeah. And I only carry this one piece around because it's actually a great colour and so neutral. And and I'll bring that out and show you, and we can work out from there. So yeah, we wouldn't be putting any colour or pattern into the curtains and blinds as such.
It's more in the pieces that you're putting in here. Or the
yeah. I mean, there's some shears material that you can get that will have a slight stripe in it, or circles sewn into it, but they're not obvious. Yeah. But there's a slight pattern in there, and that's quite fine. But overall, it would be quite simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's
simple and elegant.
Yes, I am sort of more. I suppose. Understated.
Yeah, simple and elegant. And can I ask you, what's the dining table going in here look like?
Would be a wooden.
Jarrah?
No, not Jarrah.
Okay.
No, it would be a lighter.
Have you got this table already? Yeah.
Got one.
So it's like Tassie oak or something?
Our floorboards are Tassie oak. This is a bit darker than the Tassie oak, but not as dark as the Jarrah.
Okay. Well, that sounds fine. And upholstered chair?
They originally...
They were leather, but they leather just peeled.
Yes.
So we actually put the IKEA covers over them.
Okay, and that's where you're at this point? Yeah, well, I would either suggest to ditch the chairs and get new chairs that match in with everything that we're doing here, or you can reupholster them, but it's not necessarily cheap.
No, that's what we were. That's what we bought. We actually got the IKEA covers, which seem to fit quite well over the top, and the covers are probably a similar.
Well, they might do all right for a little while until you decide, but it's quite easy to get really nice dining chairs for even less than $100 now. And I can put you in touch with people that could help with that.
Because that was the thing, we paid for them, and then
exactly.
By the time it just started peeling off, and it's like, I don't want to throw them away because they were still good.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you see that all the time. It's not real leather, and they reckon it is. And
so we did get caught out with that, unfortunately.
Yeah. So is that a 10-seater table or?
Yeah.
3311.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's right.
And rectangular?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So that's going to work really well.
Yeah. So we sort of thought in this space would be quite lovely.
Yeah.
Is that is sort of set
Yeah.
up for that type of
Yeah.
thing, to have that here and there.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah, I can imagine that, and you know, try not to clutter this area with any more furniture because we've got such a lot of room over here. We don't need to sort of all clutter it all up here, but the table, the new light fitting, and you know, sometimes it's quite nice to have a standing lamp so that you can turn the overhead lights off and just have some mood lighting over there.
Yeah.
And then, possibly a nice buffet or credenza over here that could take, you know, glasses and other things too. And then you mentioned the bookshelves. Well, that's possible too, although not along these walls.
No.
Yeah, but you'd have to see whether you do, maybe you do a buffet over there and the bookshelves here.
Yeah.
So
To do it.
yeah, there's plenty of room. So
Option.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
So blue be gone.
And this is
That's a lovely. It's a.
Yeah.
nice. They've obviously
It's
spent
very,
nice
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And we-
that's
we found out the owners
yeah.
made these as well.
Oh,
so,
look,
so it'd be their pride and
that's
joy.
expensive stuff. You know, look how much detail is in them.
Oh, that's
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, and which is why I'm saying you can sell these, and there's actually a couple of shops in Perth that sell second-hand curtains. So yeah, do be looking them up, and all you do is take the lot over there, and they'll give you a price for it. Yeah, so it's really good.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't
Alright.
know that. So there you
Yeah.
go. 'Cause you can't